Day 3 of Donald Trump's criminal trial is a wrap. We now have 12 jurors and 1 alternate who will serve as judges in this case. But still, we need 5 more alternates. As for today's court's proceedings, well, those started off rough. 2 of the 7 jurors who already had been selected earlier this week were excused. An unusual amount of jurors in this case have been dismissed due to being unable to be impartial. Others have been excused based on jurors' social media accounts, a very popular and telling source used by attorneys nowadays to screen for biases. But today's events also revealed a very serious issue: jurors' concerns over their own privacy and safety if selected. If their identities are revealed, jurors may be more worried about how their decision may be perceived, fearing backlash, rather than being able to focus solely on the evidence. Kara McGee was called as a potential juror for this trial, but ended up being dismissed. So, Kara, you get your jury summons, something we all sort of dread. You show up to the courthouse. When did you first realize that you were on the trial for Donald Trump?
So definitely not when I first got the summons. My first thought when I got the summons was, oh, wow, I have jury duty on tax day. That's funny. So I didn't really realize until I was actually walking into the courtroom and saw the former president that that was the trial I was there for.
And what was your reaction when you saw Mr. Trump?
My first thought was, oh, wow, this is the case I'm on. That's so interesting. He looks exactly like he does on TV. And it was so strange to see him in person. I'd never seen him in person before, because you get this sense that we really are, equal in the courtroom and in the eyes of the law. And this is another human being who has the right to a fair trial like any of us.
What about the other potential jurors that were around you? How did they react to this knowledge all of a sudden that this is what we were doing?
So you could definitely feel a sense of seriousness in the room, and a sense that anyone who stepped into that jury box had decided that they could be impartial, and that they were going to do their best to uphold their duty as citizens and uphold the sanctity of the court system.
Kara, do you know why you were dismissed from the jury?
So I assume it was due to my answer to the final question, which was, is there anything that this questionnaire has not asked you about that you feel might affect your jury service at all? And I said, Your Honor, to be honest, due to the nature of my job, it would be difficult for me to fully do my job only in the hours that I wouldn't be here in the courtroom. I assume that is why I was excused, because I was excused right after that, but I can't be sure.
Did you want to be a part of this trial? And did you ever consider your own safety being an issue as being part of this jury?
So I did really want to be on the jury. It's such a historic moment. And I think it would be so interesting. I mean, regardless of what the outcome is of this, it really sets a precedent for so much going forward. But at the same time, the judge and the lawyers are the experts here, and I trust their opinions. So if they didn't think I was the best person to be there, then cool, and I'm glad to not be. I honestly didn't consider any possible safety issues going in until I started hearing about that today. I hadn't really thought about it.
So, Kara, last question for you. Are you going to watch the trial coverage of this case?
Absolutely. I will be fully tuned in now. I don't normally watch TV news, but I have been following everything now. I'm really hoping that whoever is on jury duty, takes it seriously and remembers that everyone's innocent until proven guilty, and to respect the institution of our court system and our justice system.
Yes, I think we all have that same hope. Kara McGee, thanks so much for giving us a glimpse inside that courtroom.